Hello and welcome and thank you for participating in Shop Local Now podcast. I'm your host, Carrie Ann Stevenson, and I'd love to introduce today our very good friend, Kevin Butler, the partner at Skrypnyk Group. Hello.
How are you today?
I'm amazing. So Kevin, please tell us what your role at Skrypnyk is.
Sure. So I am one of the partners over here. There are three partners, and I have the main involvement in the business strategy area of our firm. So the next question that often gets asked is, so what does that mean? You know, strategy is an often overused word. Really, what that comes down to is a lot of our business owners, and they're at a decision point. So sometimes it's with growth, sometimes it's with transition, or sometimes it's just about, can't get over the hump, can't get to the next level. And so how do we help them really accomplish what it is that they're trying to get done?
Yeah, and that's really, really great. Could you please tell us about the types of clients you work with and how you've been able to assist them to grow your business?
Sure. So we focus on family-owned and owner-managed businesses. Really, we help them grow by helping them to focus on what it is they're doing. So yes, we're a traditional accounting firm, and we also have the strategy side. And the strategy side really helps to help them just make sure that they're asking the right questions. And sometimes if they don't know what questions to ask, we have to make sure that we're the ones initiating those questions. Make sure that we're asking the right questions, that they're on track with where they're trying to go. Illustrate the numbers to make sure that they have an impact on the future. And also we look at a lot of non-financial measures as well to help them get to where they want to be.
That's great. That's a really great, way to assist your clients. As a takeaway, with one piece of business advice to success and obstacles to success, would you like our audience to know about?
One is in the value of zooming out. So it's important to take a step back, make sure that you can assess where things are at, make sure that you're asking the right questions again, and that you're positioned to go in the direction that you want to go. A lot of times business owners get caught up in the day-to-day. There's a lot to be done, and they say, well, I just need to do more. I need to do more. But really, the value of zooming out to assess where you're at, see where you're positioned, see where you want to go. And the other part that kind of dovetails in that is the importance of monitoring. So you have to take time to track your progress. We've had some situations where things just let it slide for a little while, and I'm sure we'll be fine. And then sometimes it's a little too late. So if there's going to be any bumps in the road, you want to assess those early. And sometimes that'll help you identify some opportunities as well.
And that's really great. Like, I love the idea of zooming out and monitoring. It's taking a step back and analyzing and being able to work with you. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So why Skrypnyk? How are you different from your competitors through technique, process, or experience?
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to our approach. So we've coined and trademarked the healthier approach, and really what that comes down to is it's a holistic approach to the way that we do things. So yes, we are a traditional accounting firm. We've developed some proprietary tools. So one is the business health profile. It's what we do is we take all the financial data and put it into an algorithm we've developed behind the scenes, and it spits out a number on the scale of 1 to 5. So how healthy is your business? We don't want our clients to become accountants. That's our job, and that's part of our role. We want to use that information to give them some useful answers and some useful guidance as to where they can go.
Absolutely. So what should a new client expect from you?
Really, from us, we try to take a bit of a different approach from a traditional accountant. So it's not just about, here's your statements, call us if you have any questions. It's really about focusing on the big picture. So yes, we look at the business, we look at the business health. We try to find other relevant measures to give them to help position it for, to optimize the business. We also want to focus on the family. So as much as everybody can be a slave to the business, the business has to work for you in your life as well. So we don't want to ignore the family component of this, or just the outside of business component. So we want to also look at financial and non-financial measures. A lot of the discussions I have, yes, we take the numbers and what do they mean? What are they telling us? What are the opportunities? But also, what isn't in the statements that's important? Do we have the right people in place? Are we using the right technology? And again, along with that, we have the ability with some of these tools to be a bit of a second opinion. So some of the work that we do, we may not be the primary accountant, and that's fine. Some accountants don't do this type of work either by choice or they just don't have the capacity to do it, and that's great. We can also be a bit of a second opinion. So if you take someone who's maybe coming into a business, a next generation perhaps, perhaps, and say, well, what does this mean? What does this business look like? You know, the parents' advisors may be exiting the business with the parents. So who's going to come in with the next generation? And we're able to frame some of these discussions to help them understand the landscape that they're walking into.
No, that's really, really great. That's really wonderful for a new client to, like see the different options that you have available for them. That's great. Well, Kevin, I want to thank you so much for speaking with us today. You should plug your website. Where can we find you?
Sure, you can find us at skrypnykgroup.com. So SKRYPNYK group.com. On there's a neat little tool. It's a bit of a tester for the business health profile, so it just asks you a few simple non-numbers questions to get an idea of how this tool works. So I encourage people to go and give that a look and check us out there. So
fabulous. Thank you so much, Kevin. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me.
And thank you for listening to Shop Local Now podcast. Make sure to check out Shop Local Now for all your local business needs.